I'm doing this review slash test of my current hiking boots because I've recently been very dissatisfied with the waterproofing ability of my boot, which forced me to actually look for a better brand and a more expensive brand, and hopefully this one will live up to its name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show an overall view of the three boots that I have, and then do an in-depth description of each boot as far as the waterproofing abilities are based on REI's website. And then I'm going to submerge each boot in the tub and for about 5 minutes and see how long it can resist the water penetration. So let's show the boots. So right here are the Morel Outland Mids, my brand new boots, which are the Solomon Quests, and my winter boots, which are the Keen Growlers. So let's take a up close and personal view of each boot. So here is the boot I'm currently dissatisfied with, the Morel Outland Mid waterproof hiking boots, or so they say. So current specs on REI's website are that they're coated with a waterproof nubuck Dura leather, which will be this brown stuff right here, and inside it's waterproof Gore-Tex laminate lining. Well, that didn't really work out too well. Overall, these boots are very, very comfortable. Though if you go onto Morel's website, you will notice that there were a few dissatisfied customers as far as the durability of the boot, which I really haven't had a problem with. But many others have actually complained about the waterproofing ability. These things have seen probably about 15 or 20 miles in the bush, and about another 40 to 60 miles of casual use, mainly because last year is when I bought the boots. I was also studying for my final 2 parts of the CPA exam, so I didn't have a chance to really take them out as much as I wanted to. They've seen 2 winter storms and probably between 5 and 8 rainstorms, which wasn't really that bad. I noticed after the first winter storm that the leather, which was beating off water, actually was accepting water, which caused my concern. And in my last outing with Josephine, these things sunk into the snow when it turned around 50 degrees, and it was taking on some water, and my feet were very cold and when I stopped walking. So that's pissed me off pretty rapidly and forced me to look for another boot. Alright, let's move on to the next boot. Solomon Quest. I read a lot of reviews, not only on REI's website, but also on various other websites, and everyone who's bought the boot has said it's been very, very good as far as resisting water. So, and being double the Morel's price, Morel's going for $125 and this going for $220. A little leery, but I'm going to put this boot to the test. It's got a unique color. It's got like an orange reddish tone with brown, but it's actually it's not that bad. Right out of the box, I put them on and they were very comfortable. A lot higher than the Morel's, so some getting used to. But other than that, I'm hoping it's going to live up to its name. The specs on this, you notice I still have the tag on, so if this fails the test, this is going right back to REI. I want my money back. Specs are, it's got a split suede leather nylon outer, and it has a Gore-Tex membrane lining. So Gore-Tex in both the Morels and the Solomons, the Gore-Tex and the Morels have failed miserably. Hopefully this won't be the same. Alright, let's go to the final boot. The Keen Growler, my winter boot. Very, very awesome boot. Seen about 3 or 4 snowstorms this year. And I've seen probably about 35 miles in the bush. And these things have held up pretty well. One complaint really would be that the traction on the growlers going down a mountain aren't as great. So you might have, if there's icy conditions or very wet conditions, you might want to consider putting on some micro spikes. Other than that, these things have held up to their name. They've been very waterproof. The specs, which REI doesn't seem to have these, so I had to look somewhere else. The specs are, it's a keen dry waterproof system, whatever that means. Whatever it is, seems to be working. Let's see if it can work in the submergence test. These things retail about $125 to $150. Get them off season like I did. I got them for $75 at a random website. Highly recommend these. These things have been very, very awesome, and they're very, very comfortable. Let's go for the test.